Close encounter of the first kind. A human witnesses a UFO in the sky and it leaves no evidence. Close encounter of the second kind. A UFO encounter leaves behind physical evidence on the ground or traces in the sky, such as scorch marks, indentations, tracks, etc. Close encounter of the third kind. A human can visibly see the beings or occupants in the UFO. Close encounter of the fourth kind. A human is abducted by beings and taken aboard the UFO. This can include seeing the beings or occupants while on board and having direct communication with alien beings. Some abductees have reported actually speaking to the beings verbally and or telepathically. Close encounter of the fifth kind. A close encounter with a being. This can include experimentation, medical procedures, artificial insemination, semen removal, object insertion, etc. This can also include injuries and or healings. Some people also use the term alien abduction to refer to the phenomenon of people reporting the experience of being kidnapped by an unusual figure subjected to physical and psychological experimentation. Alien encounters are events in which people claim to have witnessed or interacted with extraterrestrial beings or their spacecraft. These encounters have been reported throughout history and across cultures, and have sparked curiosity, fascination, fear and controversy among researchers, believers and skeptics alike. One of the most influential figures in the study of alien encounters was J. Allen Hynek, an astronomer and UFO researcher who worked as a scientific consultant for the U.S. Air Force's Project Blue Book, a series of investigations into UFO sightings from 1952 to 1969. Hynek developed a classification system for UFO sightings based on their proximity and evidence, which he published in his 1972 book The UFO Experience, a scientific inquiry. Hynek's system became widely known after being featured in the 1977 film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, directed by Steven Spielberg. According to Hynek's system, there are 5 types of alien encounters. One of the most credible UFO incidents that made headlines in 1964 was the encounter of Lonnie Zamora, a police officer from New Mexico. On the evening of April 24, 1964, Zamora was pursuing a speeding car when he heard a loud noise and saw a flame of blue and orange in the sky. He thought it was an explosion at a nearby shack that stored dynamite, so he abandoned the chase and drove towards the source of the flame. He climbed over a hill and spotted a shiny object about 200 yards away. He also noticed 2 small beings in white suits near the object. They seemed to notice Zamora and quickly got inside their craft, which started to lift off the ground and reached the same height as Zamora's car on the hill. Zamora ran towards them but then took cover as the craft sped away, flying over a mountain and vanishing from sight. The only evidence of the UFO's presence was some scorched bushes where it had landed and 4 burned marks on the ground. An engineer named Wade Powers later examined the site and calculated that each mark would have required a ton of force to create. The alien abduction of Betty and Barney Hill is one of the most well-known cases in UFO history. The star map that Betty drew under hypnosis matched the star system of Zeta Reticuli, which she claimed was shown to her by the aliens. Many people have reported having out-of-body experiences, OOBE, or astral travel, either during near-death experiences or spontaneously. Some also believe that they leave their bodies every night when they sleep and travel to the astral plane, where they perform spiritual tasks according to their soul's astral ray. Could this also explain alien abductions and close encounters? Despite decades of research on UFOs and other paranormal phenomena, we still don't have a clear answer. Some researchers suggest that these experiences happen in a state of quasi-consciousness, which is between objective and subjective reality on a spectrum scale. They argue that in this state, the subjective information from the mind can influence the perception of objective reality, creating what is called the Oz factor. This is where quantum physics comes in, where reality depends on what one's consciousness chooses to see. Therefore, each person who has an Oz experience will create images that fit their own ideas of aliens or whatever the experience involves. One of the common features of UFO alien contact is the confusion about the duration of the encounter. Is this due to the Oz factor affecting the memory and sense of time? It seems plausible, since many witnesses only recall receiving a message from the aliens during hypnosis, which was not consciously remembered at the time of the contact. This raises the question of what is more important in UFO alien contact, the physical abduction or the mental communication? Crop circles or alien imprints are mysterious and stunning phenomena. They have sparked a lot of debate and scientific investigation. After ruling out human involvement, who or what could be behind this amazing art? Regardless of whether you think crop circles are made by humans or by extraterrestrial entities, some facts are hard to ignore. It seems unlikely that humans could create such complex and geometric patterns in the crops in less than 8 hours, which is the usual time span for their appearance. There are also reports from many witnesses who saw a UFO or balls of light near the area 6 to 36 hours before a circle or an agriglyph, as the experts call them, showed up. Some people believe that crop circles are messages from different alien races. The Andromedans are light beings from the Andromeda galaxy. They have no physical form and are 8 to 10 feet tall. Some people say they look like light blue angels. They are truth seekers who worry about the new world order and how it might destroy human society. They are higher dimensional beings who cooperate with the Arcturians to help Earth ascend to a higher level of consciousness. They have advanced knowledge of light technology and healing methods using thought power. Some people think that the Andromedans are behind the complex geometric patterns with binary codes that appear in crop circles, such as the one in Vaughton Hill, Avebury, UK. One theory is that these patterns are made by a spiral energy beam that lasts for a few seconds. This usually happens between 2 to 4 a.m., when the Earth's magnetic field is weakest. But not all Andromedans are benevolent. There are also insect-like aliens from Andromeda who are hostile and aggressive. They look like the creature in the movie Predator. They are also related to the Hindu demons Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu who have been visiting Earth for millennia. They are brutal beasts, also known as Chaldeans or demons. They come from the planet Nirvana in the Procyon star system, but they stop at Rigel and Andromeda and Kingu on their way. They are the original Indo-Aryan race and they have mixed their genes with many other species before coming to Earth. The Andromedans who worked with the reptilians also captured the Rumardians and created their own race of greys, which resulted in a nasty breed of bug-eyed aliens called the Markabians. The Andromedans are very deceptive, especially the insect-like ones who advise the cloned Aryan Pleiadians. They have been tampering with the genes of humans on Earth and creating different hybrids, some of which are amphibious. The Arcturians come from Arcturus, which is the brightest fixed star in the constellation Boötes. In astrology, the fixed star Arcturus represents guarding, learning, teaching, and leading the people as new lifestyles are embraced. The Arcturians are thought to have a seventh dimension vibration and are also held to work with the Ascended Masters, which they refer to as the Brotherhood. They are highly technological and are said to have the most advanced starships of all cosmic cultures. The Arcturian formula for living is love and they are the guardians and protectors of the higher consciousness of the universe. The Arcturian civilization is thought to be the prototype of the Earth's future. In appearance, the Arcturians are described as very short, 3 to 4 feet high with a greenish pallor. They have large dark brown or black almond-shaped eyes and 3 fingers. They communicate telepathically, can move objects telekinetically, and live to the age 150 to 400 years old.